All right, welcome everybody. It's Tuesday evening. Everybody's had a little bit of a challenge around here with traffic, but we're all set to monitor the Tuesday evening Lake Ontario Radio Club net on the VE3 ZOE repeater 443.075. And our good friend Bill from Dundas, VE3 India Uniform Kilowatt, IUK, will be taking the net tonight. We'll just give them a minute for the clock to flip over to 7 p.m. There it goes.
Good evening, all amateurs. This is Victor Echo 3, India Uniform Kilowatt, Bill and Dundas, and I'll be your host this evening for the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. This net meets 4 times weekly, Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesdays on this repeater at 7 p.m. and at 7 p.m. on Thursdays on a simplex frequency of 446.125. We'll now stand by for any mobile or priority traffic. Come now.
Victor Echo 3, Mexico, Quebec Portable.
V3MQ, good evening, Tom. V3MQ, go ahead, Tom. Nothing, or maybe I'll come back later. Any other one and dones or priority traffic before I move on? Call V3IUK. Nothing, or stand by for anyone who'd like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club net. Come now.
VA3 Whiskey Papa Golf. Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu.
Okay, Chris and Chuck in there. Good evening, Chris. How are you?
And what is VA3 WPG doing all right? I got the file you sent me in the email. Thank you for that. I'm going to assume you got the link for the backpack I sent you. Other than that, I heard about all the fun during the drive home today, and all I'm going to say on that is this is what happens when you got the driving schools taking bribe payments without these guys ever having to back the trailer up into a loading dock, and they pay a few bucks, get their license, and you slap them out on the highways. Got to crack down on these driving schools, and anyway, that's all I'll say on that. VA3 WPG.
Well, yep, you're absolutely correct, Chris. The standards for driving, passing a driving test, as far as I'm concerned, looks like they've gone down. But, yeah, I would agree 100%. I'm glad you got the login, you got it uploaded okay.
All is good. Other than that, that's all I got for now, so we'll send her back, keep her rolling. VA3 WPG. Everybody have a good evening.
Okay, Chris, and hearing you well in the input as well. So you have a good evening, and let's move on down to Chuck. Good evening, Chuck. How are you doing?
Hey, good evening, Bill and all on net. First of all, I kind of agree with Chris. Yeah, I mean, it's the same as, flooding the country. People don't even speak the language, let alone be able to pass tests. But other than that, Bill, I just came in from a walk, and much needed walk, trying to get my legs back under me there after my procedure, and it's still I don't know, it feels it's not right yet, let's put it that way. But anyhow, I hope everybody made it home safe all right tonight, and I'll send it back to you, Bill.
Just one question regarding that, Chuck. Does walking help?
Well, the second half does. See, when I usually go to Walmart from here, and it's I don't know, it's a few hundred meters here, not that far, but going there is painful. And then when I go into the store, I slow down and walk, with a cart, slow everything down. And then when I check out and I come home, the walk home is, I don't feel as bad. It feels better. So I'm thinking that's a positive thing.
It sounds like it, so it sounds like you should probably be doing as much of that as you can. I would imagine, but good for you. You sound like you're a determined fella. Anyway, speaking of determination, you have a long run with the Wednesday night net. Would you want to give that a plug?
Oh my goodness, today is Tuesday, which means tomorrow is AREG. The Amateur Radio Exchange Group, longest running simplex net in the Hamilton area. That'll be on tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on 146.430 megahertz. And again, 146.430. And I will also be streaming the net live. Just type in my call and you'll be able to find me there into the YouTube search box. Thanks again, Bill. I think that's it. Back to you.
Yep, and I think that was a pretty good segue into bringing up the net. We look forward to it, Chuck. So I'm sure that you've got all kinds of goodies for us for tomorrow night.
I strive to always make things a little bit spicy. Okay, yeah, looking forward to it as well myself.
You do it that, Chuck, and thanks a lot for checking in, and we'll look forward to it tomorrow night. So we'll move on and see if there are any other check-ins for Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Come now.
Check me in, Bill. VA3IMW.
Good evening, Al. How you doing?
Sure, nobody will tell me. It must be working out. I'm not getting in trouble.
Well, if your ears aren't burning, I guess that means they're not talking about you, right?
That's always a good thing. We'll sing along. Enjoying the evening. Doing my thing. Doing my wondering what's for dinner, but hey, I still got another hour or so to go for that one.
Okay, well, I'm sure it's going to be good, and you got time to watch your news in the meantime.
Still working on that. I got this. I love this YouTube. I can pause my news, jump over here, jump wherever, so, all works out.
Yep, we like YouTube, and we like torrents, too, so between that, I'm sure you do okay.
Oh, yeah, torrents. Yeah, the wife drives me crazy downloading movies for her, but hey, this is what it is. Gets me in the good books.
That's right, that's part of your perpetual honey-do list.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that it is. Okay, Bill, I'll turn it back to that 7-3 to all. Bonsoir to Le Monde. And check, did I miss one? Perfect. We're in French.
There you go, Al, you're doing great. All right, let's see if there's anyone else that'd like to check into the Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Come now. VA3LBI.
VA3IMW. I might as well get in the line too.
All right, recognizing a couple more stations in there. Larry and Mac. We'll start with Larry. Good evening, Larry. How are you doing?
Yeah, we're doing good, Bill. Quiet day. Really didn't do too much today. We have a few things to do for the rest of the week tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. A couple of appointments we have to go to. I still got that crazy robin trying to build a nest inside the garage. When I go out in the morning, I always open up the big garage door. And I finally found out where he or she or whatever is building a nest in there. So, but I don't have any opening in the evening, so I'm going to be stuck in there. But anyways, I'm going to keep him out.
So that bird sounds like it's determined to get his nest built then.
Well, it is, but like I say, at night, nothing, anyways, I finally found out where it is. It's not too big right now. I think I've kind of scared him off, so he'll have to find another place to build a nest.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you and him are both persistent. so we'll see who wins, right?
Pretty much, Bill, pretty much. All right, I'll let you pick up Mac there. He's sitting waiting. So, all right, thanks for doing it, Bill, and we'll listen along. VA3LBI.
Okay, Larry, thanks for checking in. And Matt, good evening. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, Bill, and thanks again for our early warning traffic system made up of VE3LBI and VA3CJZ. I got text messages from both of the guys this afternoon warning me of traffic conditions, and I'm kind of inquisitive. I heard Chris making mention of truck drivers, and the only thing I was able to find online about the current situation down there was that there was a person in distress, apparently sitting on the guardrail on the King Street Bridge over the 403. So I'm not quite sure whether there's more to the story, but if anybody happens to know the details, I'd be more than interested in hearing. Anyways, the trip down the road was not horrible. The usual sidetrack back road thing that I do when number 6 is interrupted, just down Wellington Road side side road 32, and a couple of switchbacks, and you pick up old 97 and come across to number 8 highway around, I guess that's Freelton, and then come in through 52 highway, Coketown, and home again. Anyways, didn't turn out to be all that bad. A little bit slow through Coketown because there's obviously a few more vehicles that were picking that up, and a lot of stuff probably diverted across Highway 5, which added some traffic there as well. Anyways, once again, thanks, guys. Certainly appreciate you keeping an eye out for me. And we just have to remember to add Albert to the early warning traffic list. So if anything you see going wrong, we might as well send a text message his way as well. Other than that, you've given Chuck his chance for some free advertising, and we'll look forward to kibitzing about on 2 meters tomorrow night. I think that's it for me, and I'll turn this back to you there, Bill. Thanks for doing this one. Oh, by the way, yes, we are live streaming on YouTube. Just look up my call sign VA3IMW and scroll down until you see the big red live sticker, and that's where we are. And no other YouTube check-ins tonight so far. If anybody pops in that can't make it on the air, I'll let you know. Thanks, Bill, again. Back to you.
Yeah, I think you mentioned everything, but should we give a plug for Chris's net tomorrow night? Is he still doing it?
Oh, yeah, the Burlington Amateur Radio Club net is an ongoing thing. So, if you have time and the inclination, pop over and say hello. He's trying to bring on board a couple of new net controllers that can take the workload off of him. He's a busy boy, and he does get out and do other things. So that's the RSB repeater in Burlington, either on the 2 meter or 440 side. So look it up on repeaterbook.com. You can find them right there. So yeah, 7:30 on Wednesday night, which gives you lots of time to stretch a leg and get a beverage before Chuck opens up the A-Reg net. Happy A-Reg Eve.
There you go. Always like to give that net a plug too, so Chris hears from us. But thanks a lot for checking in, Mac, and glad you had a safe drive home anyway. And sometimes when I hear about all these stories, I'm just happy I don't drive.
We're happy you don't drive either.
I knew that was coming. Anyway, with that, we'll move on. See if there are any other check-ins for Lake Ontario Radio Club. Come now. Victor Echo 3, Victor Yankee Tango. Edward, good evening. How you doing?
I'm okay. Just getting some fresh air on a walk in the Wendy's for some late dinner.
Okay, well, you're making the repeater. There's a lot of bacon frying, but you're full quieting, and thanks for checking in.
Right? Yeah, well, Mac just offered a clue there as to what was going on. Like, certainly
that there was no police reports about anything other than they were doing a traffic investigation, supposedly. But Mac said something about a person in distress on the bridge. Well, that explains why my wife said there was like a dozen police cars and more ambulances parked on the King Street West Bridge as she was trying to get to Mac there.
To try the news later, because I didn't even hear anything about it until Mac brought it up.
So I guess that means that they had a jumper on the bridge, probably. That's what it was, and that's why they couldn't drive down the King Street West. You had to take the 403, and they were pulling all the traffic off, and that's why there was that horrid traffic all the way back to Burlington and all the way up to Ancaster this afternoon, because they had it all closed off for hours.
Amazing what one person can do to traffic, eh?
I'll wait to hear whatever the news reports are going to come up with. Anyhow, that's all I got for today. I'm going for my Wendy's coupon special dinner here. VA3IMW.
Okay, well, enjoy that, Edward, and thanks a lot for checking in, and thanks for the information. Anyone else would like to check into Lake Ontario Radio Club Net? Come now. Thinks we're looking at a short net tonight, so I will take one more standby before I close the net. This week's VIUK Bill and Douglas for Lake Ontario Radio Club Net. Come now. Okay, nothing heard. Stand by for any rechecks, comments, or anything before I close the net. VA3 CJ's at recheck. Go ahead, Chuck. Yep, I forgot to mention earlier, I had just come in from my walk, so I actually heard you as I was coming down the stairs over my radio, so I forgot to mention, I just reset my laptop, and so I have a lot of programs I have to reinstall and everything, and I haven't even gotten to the list that you sent me, but when I do, I'll go through it and send you my results. So yeah, the computer just wasn't working the way I like it. And I figured, you know what, just do a reset and see how that goes. I used to do that once a year, and it was back up all my data, and I do that. So, but what else? But another thing I always have though is I have a clone of the hard drive. If anything goes really bad, then I can just reinstall from that clone. Anyway, Chuck, yeah, no worries. Whenever you get to it, and I was adding new books to the list, so I listen to a lot of audiobooks at night when my eyes get tired. Yeah, I've often wondered if I could maybe go to sleep with some earbuds on there. I love music, so yeah. But anyways, okay, Bill, thanks for doing this net. It's probably, it's not bad out actually right now. It's 15 degrees over at my end, and the sun is still shining, and yeah, maybe people are busy. But I'll send it back to you and see if there's anyone else out there. Yeah, we have 12 here at the moment. Chuck started to cool down a bit, but it was a nice day today. And yeah, we'll take one last standby before I close down the net. VA3IUK standing by. Okay, nothing heard. I'd like to thank Terry, V3IQL, for the use of the repeater. Thanks to all of you folks that checked in. You make the net. I just take down the call signs. And so this is V3IUK, Bill and Dundas, saying 7-3 all. Have a good evening, and I'll be turning this frequency and the repeater back to normal amateur use.
And that brings the net to a close. A short one tonight. Feel free to join us tomorrow night on the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. You can look up a.reg or put in Chuck's call sign, VA3CJZ, in the YouTube search box. He'll start streaming that net live at 8 p.m. And we'll be back here on Thursday night at 7 p.m. where we'll do our weekly Simplex net on 446125. Thanks for joining tonight. Certainly appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. 7 3s. That's how we say goodbye.